Hey everyone, I'm Jade Black. There's a siren going outside. So, I am here today to talk about composing and arranging my new song, Napalm. I'm releasing a single. Cool. I originally wrote this song on my acoustic guitar. Allow me to go grab it. Now, usually I actually write songs on electric guitar, but I actually learnt on electric rather than acoustic because my sister already had an electric. So she just taught me on there. Well, taught me a few chords. I usually write on electric because I usually just play electric, I'm more comfortable with it. But I was actually in single flat tuning, which this guitar already is, which is handy, instead of standard tuning. Because I don't like standard all that much, if I'm honest, but I'm a metalhead, so of course I don't. If you don't know what single flat is, by much it's just D sharp. Standard, semitone lower, E flat. Pretty sure I was actually just playing one of my other earlier songs in single flat just to see what it sounded like, and I messed up. This is where a lot of my songs come from, actually, thinking about it. Instead of just like sort of strumming E minor, I think I ended up playing something along the lines of, I don't know how, and I thought actually that sounds quite cool. I just sort of went from there and ended up with this. And I decided actually I'm not sure I quite like it like that. I changed it a little bit. I'm not going to show you exactly what that is because if I showed you everything that I did, I'll be here for ages. And I just wrote this entire guitar line. I was like, actually, this sounds really cool. I need to write this down because I always write stuff down. That's just how I work. And I then just sat on it. And one day, I can't even remember why, it was such a long time ago now, I just recorded a rough version in, which is a process I don't really use anymore. But I recorded a really rough version with lots of mistakes. And then I wrote the bass line for it, which I'm pretty sure you would have seen already in my Learn to Play Bass video. If you haven't, I'll link that in the description if you haven't seen it. Most people, what they do when they write a bass part is they're just like, okay, I'm playing an E major, now I'm playing an A major, right, so bass can go E and then A. So it's not that interesting, really, and you don't get to hear the bass that much if you do that. So generally I would try and find harmony to go with the bass. I try and do stuff that people don't necessarily expect on bass, and then I recorded a rough version of that in and thought, this sounds cool. Then I decided to record a version that wasn't full of mistakes so that I could actually do something with this track because I was starting to really like it. I need drums because I want it to be quite a heavy song, but it's sounding quite melodic and pretty, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I do that. It wasn't what I wanted from this particular song, so I hopped on the drum kit and I bashed out a drum rhythm which is kind of minimalist but also quite intense. Once I'd done that, I again sat on it because then I had to do lyrics, and lyric writing is just something I find really, really difficult. Not melody I can sort of hum one out pretty much on the fly, but lyrics are something I really struggle with because I tend to use quite long words in my everyday speech, but the syllables when you do really long words are really hard to make them fit, especially because I like my vocals to be not staccato but very rhythmic, like very much on beat. It's almost impossible to do that when you have lots of syllables. Yeah, that's just something I put off for ages. I recorded it and I tried to find some harmonies as well. I did, actually. I did find some. But again, it sort of felt like it was deviating down the sort of pretty part, and I was like, no, the subject matter just isn't right for that. I ditched those completely. It's just guitar, bass, drum, vocals, nice and simple. There's also how I produced and mixed Napalm on my blog, so feel free to check that out. That's about it for today, and I will see you soon. So yeah, have a good one.